Yeah, as you go into this process and you get going in this year, I don't know what expectations are for most teams, but just being around these kids and knowing what kind of character they have, what kind of leadership we had, I knew we were going to have a heck of a season. I don't know if I'd ever dreamed it would be 27-4 season, but just really proud of our kids. I know that's cliche, a lot of coaches say that, but I don't know if the kids could have got any more out of themselves. They pushed each other so hard every day, had such a positive attitude towards our team, our coaches, towards each other, always encouraging each other to the point to where almost took my like surprised me at times. Like just such a great group to work with, and really appreciate our two seniors, the two kids that graduated that knew they weren't going to go to the NCAA tournament no matter what we did this year. For them to have the positive impact they had on our team and the positive attitude all the time to lay the framework down for hopefully a tournament run next year. Just really thankful to those kids and very privileged to get to coach all these guys this year. Yeah. I don't know if you can ever put it into words how disappointed you are. That's probably the one thing I'm the worst at is closure to an ending where you don't win, because I don't think anything would ever made me believe that this team was going to lose a game. Have 14 wins in a row is a school record, and I never would have dreamed we would lose a game. I just have that much belief in this group of kids. And so as I go away, it's not really for me. It's funny, I've been coaching for almost 20 years, and so I have a lot of bad endings. I haven't won a national championship yet. But for these kids to have their heads down in the locker room is really hard for me to take, because I know what a wonderful group of kids they are. And I was hoping they could end on a positive note and go into the summer with a win. Not many teams get to do that. So I feel worse for them than I do myself. Like I said, I'll get over this and get back to recruiting, but these kids got to live with that for a few days, and they so don't deserve that because they've done such special things the whole season.
I mean, this hurt very bad. I mean, but as Coach said, I mean, this was a great season. Nobody expected us to be 27-4, and as Coach said, every day in practice. I don't think I've ever been on a team that competes every single day. I mean, even if we're hurt, if somebody is sick, anything, we're competing every single day. And I play with pros. I play with some of the best players in the nation, and I've never been on a team like this. So I expected this. Everybody in our locker room expected this. And this game, we expected. We came to this game expecting to win, but it's a shock, and that's just what happened. We came out the game with a loss. But as Coach said, we appreciate our seniors. This was their championship. This is their national championship, and it just hurts very bad that they have to go out like this.
What was it? You had to try and identify what happened in that last minute or so. What would you say?
I mean, they just hit some very tough shots, as they did this whole entire tournament. That's where they were the 7th seed. They shocked Ashland, which was the number 2 seed, hit a lot of crazy shots. Yesterday, they hit a game winner against Wisconsin Parkside, and just we played solid D that last 3 minutes, and they just hit some crazy shots and got it on the break a couple times, and they won the game.
How is it to beat a team 3 times?
You know what? It's funny. A lot of coaches talk about that, or people talk about that, and I always think, well, if you beat them twice, you obviously got the upper hand, and so I don't look at it that way. I still, I go back, Pete, in that last question you just asked. I really feel bad because I feel like we could have done some things as a coaching staff differently, just to be honest with you. And you can always go back and beat yourself up and stuff, but we could have changed defenses, which I just kept allowing them to do the same thing. I feel really bad for our guys. There's several things that our coaching staff could have done on both sides of the ball to help our kids out and try to put us in a better situation, and just didn't get it done. And I think as we move into next year and when we have a chance to make the national tournament and stuff like that, hopefully this game we'll learn from it, both as players and as coaches, and we won't make the same mistakes next time. I think, man, it does. It stinks to lose. I'm the worst loser in the world. That being said, I think the worst thing you can get from a loss is not learning from it. Just to put it behind you and not think about it again or not watch the tape. I can promise you I'm going to watch a lot of this tape and try to find out what I could have done better, what my offense and defensive coordinators could have done better, and so that we can try our best to put them in the best situation, because I'll go all summer long telling you I think I got the best team. They beat us on this day. We ran out of time. That's the way I look at it, because I love my guys, and next time we get a chance, we'll make sure we try to put them in better spots as coaches.
Coach, talking about just the season in general here, you finished 27-4, which was an 87.1 win percentage. It was the highest win percentage in the season, the fewest amount of losses in the season. You had a 14-game win streak at one point, which was a program record.
Yeah.
He has 3 huge things to happen in 1 year, especially your second year in being Division II. If you could, in a minute or 30 seconds or so, talk about just the season as a whole, because those are sweet accomplishments.
Yeah. As I said before, we had great senior leadership. Janeau and Avery do a great job with our guys. And people would have told me I was crazy if I'd have told you in November that I thought that would happen. I don't know if I had to put a number on it, but I knew we were going to be highly successful. I said it before when we played at Rockhurst earlier this year. And our best player, so-called player of the year in the conference, Dylan Hudson-Emery, goes for no points in the locker room. He's jumping around, celebrating the win. You know it's going to be a pretty successful year. And so none of those numbers you're spewing out surprise me in any way, shape, or form. Very proud of our guys. We just know that next year our goal is to get to 28. Our next year our goal is to win the conference tournament also. Our next year our goal is to make the national tournament. And heck, if we can do it, might as well host it. If they're going to have a national tournament, might as well have it here. And so we've got a winning culture here, and it won't stop, and this just kind of adds to it. And hopefully it'll stir our guys up. This will also help propel us this summer to have the best summer of any team in our conference. So when the season starts next year, we can do it over again.
Janeau, kind of a silver lining here for you. You get another year on the court. You get another opportunity, and with that opportunity, you have a chance to make the national tournament next year, barring Davenport getting accepted as a full-time NCAA Division II member. You had 18 points in the game, shot really well, 6 of 11, 4 of 6 from 3. Do you take something like this and let it go, or do you use it as motivation over the summer to start that next year, which would be your senior campaign?
I definitely use it as motivation, and not just me. I think my entire team will use it as motivation. This was our first time going to the conference tournament in Northwood. We talked about it in the locker room after the game. What Coach asked us, what was wrong with us tonight? And I think it was just a little anxiety, excitement. And now our last 2 games in the conference tournament, we have settled in. So I think next year our experience will be incredible as far as moving on towards the season. And this summer, our experience, like I said, our experience will just be incredible. We will compete every day this summer and just keep that same boat going on.
Thanks, guys.